One thing you don't expect when you think about the Googans is seeing a big commercial vessel pulling some Googan moves, kind of like we see here as this commercial fishing vessel comes rolling through a pro surfing tournament. Just some of the wild things we'll see in this episode of Googans of the Week. Now, typically when you think of the Googans, you probably think of one of those bass fishermen and one of those old sparkle rockets out there getting it and sending it and having a good time, but that's not always the case. Even the pros get it wrong from time to time and wind up pulling some Googan moves, as we see here. Now, I'm definitely pretty sure this is not what they had in mind when they called up the marina and said, hey, go ahead and launch our boat. It's always nice to see some of those old schooners out there getting moved around. The problem is they're big, they're bulky, and sometimes when you're trying to move them, things get in the way. Speaking of getting in the way, something definitely got in the way of this yacht. What do you think it was? Whatever it was, it caused some damage, and I'm pretty sure the owner of this one's not going to be happy. Speaking of getting in people's way. Now, what happens when a Googan in a larger vessel winds up running into a Googan in a smaller vessel? Well, sometimes the smaller vessel just goes ahead and catches a ride from the bigger Googan. Speaking of the Googans getting out there and having some fun, whoever's behind the helm of this vessel is not having a good time as they wind up scratching the whole side of the hull as they come along. The crew is trying everything they can to keep this boat off of these, but it is not working out in their favor. And here in this situation, our Googan is stuck in between two larger vessels in some rough seas. This is kind of a scary one to me. I don't think I'd want to be on this pilot boat. Thanks for watching, crew. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Googans of the Week. If you ever see anything crazy happening out on your waterways, be sure to hit us up on Facebook or Instagram and let us know, and you might see your stories over here, just like David Klein, Luis Rodriguez, and Schooner Argia did this week. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.